Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES. Let's get to the news now, folks. I've got some major news that's shaking up the NFC East and the entire NFL landscape. It's not just a rumor or a whisper anymore, it's confirmed, and it's about a player who's been a key piece in the league for quite some time. Yes, I'm talking about Adam Thielen, the veteran wide receiver who's been known for his clutch catches, reliable hands, and leadership on and off the field. But what's really catching everyone's attention right now is that Thielen has been traded to the Philadelphia Eagles. That's right, folks. The Eagles, a team hungry for another Super Bowl title, are making a bold move to bolster their receiving core with a player who has a lot to offer, even at this stage of his career. Let's take a moment to reflect on Thielen's career. He's been in the league for over a decade now, debuting with the Minnesota Vikings back in 2013. Since then, he's built a reputation as a dependable target, especially during the prime years of Kirk Cousins and even with Case Keenum and others. Thielen's story is one of perseverance, a guy who went from being an undrafted free agent to a Pro Bowler and a key figure in the Vikings' offense. Over the years, he's accumulated over 600 receptions, more than 80 yards and 50-plus touchdowns. And he's done it with consistency that many wide receivers dream of. But as we all know, NFL careers don't last forever, especially for wideouts who rely on speed and agility, which tend to decline with age. Now, as Thielen approaches his 35th birthday, he's openly hinting that this could be his farewell tour. During a recent community event, he was asked about the upcoming season, and he didn't shy away from the possibility that it might be his last. "It could be, yeah," Thielen said candidly. He went on to explain, "I told you guys at the end of the season, like every year you look back and you say, hey, what left do I have to give to this game? I talked to my family and they wanted me to keep playing, so it'll be the same process." That's a pretty honest and humble approach from a guy who's given so much to the game. But it also raises an interesting question. Where does Thielen see himself going from here? And more specifically, what does this move to the Eagles mean for his potential final chapter? Philadelphia, as we all know, is a team that's been knocking on the door for a Super Bowl for a couple of years now. They came so close in recent seasons, losing heartbreakingly in the NFC Championship, and the desire to finally get over that hump is evident. They have a roster full of talent, led by Jalen Hurts, who's been evolving into one of the league's most dynamic quarterbacks. But even with Hurts at the helm and stars like A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, the Eagles have been searching for that perfect third option in the receiving core, someone who can step up in critical moments, provide depth, and add a different dimension to their offense. Thielen, with his veteran savvy, route-running skills, and reliable hands, fits that mold perfectly. Sure, he's not the same explosive receiver he was at his peak, but he still knows how to find soft spots in coverage, make contested catches, and move the chains in clutch situations. Last season, he posted over 615 yards and 5 touchdowns, and in 2023, he had just over 10 yards with 4 touchdowns. These numbers might not jump off the page like they used to, but they're still valuable, especially for a team that's looking to add experienced leadership and a seasoned playmaker to its offense. And here's the thing, Thielen's experience could be exactly what Jalen Hurts and the Eagles need to elevate their offensive game to the next level. You see, the Eagles already have a formidable duo with A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. Brown, with his size and YAC ability, is a true alpha receiver, while Smith, with his quickness and shiftiness, dominates from the slot. But to really become unstoppable, they need a versatile third receiver who can step in and make a difference in the red zone, on third down, or in tight coverage. Thielen can be that guy. His route running is precise, and he's got enough savvy to find soft spots in zone coverage, which is crucial in today's NFL. Now, let's talk about the strategic fit. The Eagles' offense under Shane Steichen, and now Brian Johnson, has become increasingly innovative, relying on a mix of RPOs, quick passes, and deep shots. Adding Thielen gives them a veteran option who can run precise routes, catch in traffic, and provide that security blanket for Hurts when things break down. It also gives the Eagles a bit of flexibility in their game plan. If they want to go vertical, Thielen has the experience to beat coverage and make contested catches. If they want to slow things down and control the clock, he's dependable enough to move the chains with yard-after-yard catches. But of course, this move isn't just about adding a receiver, it's about the mindset of the Eagles. They're clearly still in the championship window, and they're willing to make bold moves to stay there. The NFC East is intensely competitive, with the Dallas Cowboys always lurking and the New York Giants making strides in the offseason. The Washington Commanders, too, are not to be underestimated. So for the Eagles, this trade signals a clear message: they're all in, trying to fine-tune their roster to maximize their Super Bowl chances. The trade also has ripple effects. For Thielen, it's a second chance to contend for a title. For the Eagles, it's an opportunity to add a playoff-tested veteran who can be a difference-maker in tight spots. And for the NFC East, it's a signal that the Eagles aren't resting on their laurels. They're actively upgrading their roster with smart, veteran additions that can make a real impact on the field. Now, let's consider what this means for the division and the league as a whole. The NFC East has been one of the most unpredictable divisions in recent years. The Eagles have dominated the division in 2022 and 2023, but the Cowboys are always a threat with their talented defense and explosive offense. The Giants, under new leadership, are on the rise, and the Commanders are looking to bounce back after a tough season. Adding a veteran like Thielen could give the Eagles an edge in close games, especially in the playoffs, where experience and clutch performance often tip the scales. As we look ahead to the 2025 season, this trade is a clear statement. The Eagles are serious about defending their NFC title and making another deep playoff run. They're willing to invest in proven talent to give themselves the best chance. Thielen's leadership and reliability could be exactly what they need to overcome the toughest defensive units and tight games that often define championship runs. Plus, having a player of Thielen's caliber can also help develop the younger receivers like Devonta Smith and the emerging talents on their roster, creating a more balanced and dangerous attack. And let's not forget the broader NFL context. The league continues to evolve, with passing offenses becoming more sophisticated and veteran receivers like Thielen still playing key roles. His addition to the Eagles signals that teams are valuing experience just as much as raw athleticism. It's a strategic move that could pay dividends in the postseason, where every possession counts. The Eagles, by bringing in Thielen, are not just adding a player, they're adding a mentality, a winner's mindset that could be the difference in close games and high-pressure moments. Looking at the NFL landscape, this move also highlights how teams are willing to trade future draft picks or younger prospects to win now. The Eagles have been a prime example of this strategy, investing heavily in veteran talent and proven winners. Thielen fits perfectly into that mold. His leadership, work ethic, and playoff experience can inspire the locker room and elevate the team's overall performance. It's about building a roster that's not just talented on paper, but also experienced and resilient qualities that often separate champions from contenders. So, what should Eagles fans be feeling right now? Excitement, confidence, and a renewed sense that this team is serious about making another Super Bowl run. They've made a smart, strategic move that addresses a real need: a dependable third receiver who can step up when called upon. And as Thielen continues to adapt to his new environment, he's going to bring a level of professionalism and clutchability that could be the final piece in the puzzle for an Eagles team that's been so close these past couple of seasons. Before we wrap up, I want to emphasize that this is a story still unfolding. The NFL is known for surprises, and the Eagles will be looking to maximize this new addition in the upcoming offseason. Whether Thielen can stay healthy, recapture some of his old form, and be a reliable threat on the field remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the Philadelphia Eagles are making moves, and they're doing everything they can to stay at the top of the NFC and make that Super Bowl dream a reality once again. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this move? Do you believe Thielen can still be a key player for the Eagles and help them reach the promised land? Are you excited about the potential impact of this veteran receiver on the team's offense? Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. This is your go-to source for everything Eagles. Keep your passion alive, and let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Birds.